Hey guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit all the notifications so you're the first to get MD Global Muscle and all the exclusive content on muscular development, and we are in. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Olympia studio with me, your host, Giles Tiger Thomas. We're joined all the way from somewhere in a hotel room in Toronto, Quinton Eriya.
Hey, how's it going?
Very well, mate. Good morning. And obviously it's the morning after the day before of the Toronto Pro, mate. You took second place. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. I'm very happy.
Oh, so, okay. Right, so now the last time I saw you, this was you were in Romania. You took fifth place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought you looked great there, but you definitely, you weren't popping maybe as you needed to. So how do you feel that you looked at Toronto compared to Romania?
I think we came in a bit fuller, so the muscles in the upper body was pushing through. Yeah, we had a little bit of a different approach. I think we kind of over-dieted because I really wanted to be peeled. I really wanted to be conditioned. I was criticized pretty heavily last year for my showing at New York. And I'm one of those people that when I'm criticized, I take it for what it is. I don't like, oh, they're being mean or they're bashing, they're hating. No, they're not hating. Like, this is just how they see it. So there's some truth, obviously not everything, but there's some truth when you're getting criticized a lot. So I'm like, you know what? And it motivated me. So I really wanted to be conditioned. I was turning down cheat meals. I was very skeptical of high days. I was like arguing with my coach because I didn't want to do certain high days because I hated like spilling over. But anyways, that was just like my own mental battle. But in Romania, when I got on stage, like when I looked at the pictures afterwards, I'm like, okay, I see. I guess I was like a little flat in certain areas. So we ate more food going to Toronto, and we were able to keep pretty same level of conditioning. But I think the muscles were harder. I think I looked probably bigger in the upper. So it's probably, again, I haven't seen like the actual pictures, but I'm assuming that I looked fuller and harder all around, and the conditioning was probably still good. So I think it was better.
In Romania, it's like you're like two halves. Your lower body was full, grainy, dry, separated. Everything was there, and then the upper body just looked like it just needed to. It looked like it deflated a little bit. Was that the travel? Maybe the travel, obviously, because you're traveling from Canada to Romania. I mean, when did you get in? Because we saw you at the hotel, but how many days before did you get into the venue? Were you acclimatized? Were you okay? Tell us.
I think I was okay with the travel. I got there I traveled on Tuesday here, so I got there on Wednesday, and the show was Sunday. So I think I had enough time. Like, I felt okay in regards to the timing, but I think we ran me straight to the ground. We were doing a fair amount of cardio. I was doing an hour of posing with a posing coach.
An hour?
Yeah, I was barely doing. I was barely having any carbs, and I was totally fine with it. Like, I mean, it's technically like I was suffering, but I wanted to be conditioned. And I realized, and this is the cool thing about bodybuilding, it's not just linear. It's not just like one way. It's not like, okay, diet really hard, you're going to be in shape for the show, you'll be good. It's like, okay, well, you diet really hard if you over diet. So my upper body is the area, like my upper body muscles, those are the areas that are susceptible to like just going away if I'm too depleted. Yeah. And I think that's what it just wasn't any life in them from dieting so hard. Like, even when I would train before Romania, I would be training in the gym, but it just felt useless. It felt like I was doing nothing. Like, there's nothing working, nothing activating. So I think it was cool, and we needed to go through that experience to learn more about my body and to learn what to do to get me, perfect on stage. So I think this showing was really good. I think with the time we had, 2.5 weeks to improve, I think it was solid. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next one, man.
So is that the first time you've competed and traveled?
No, actually, I competed in Romania when I was natural. Like,
did you?
Yeah, when I was 2017, and also Spain, I think the week before. Yeah, 2017.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Is that like the world's?
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. So, because the thing is, it is a huge. I think a lot of competitors get a rude awakening when sometimes, if they compete in just in their country or somewhere close, but when they travel, over like a continent, and it's like it's this, you got to find. There's so many different variables, and there's so many important factors that you've got to take care of. That sometimes they like I said, when they do it the first time, it just completely blows their mind, and sometimes the whole prep can almost go to waste by maybe not being fully prepared or not knowing what to expect.
It can. For the Romania, I was insanely prepared. Like,
oh, weird.
When I'm on prep, I'm super OCD. Like, my luggage was overweight because I brought all my rice, my oats, my cream of rice. I brought everything, all my supplements, everything I needed. I brought and I brought more than enough. So, I had people there. I have a friend there. And I got him to like order me certain things and deliver it to my Airbnb for when I got there. So I was like so I had it was funny. I was actually more prepared for Romania than I was for Toronto because I knew that it's home and I'm like, okay, if I don't have this, I could just message someone like, hey, this show is funny because I stayed at the host hotel just because, make life easier. And I didn't have, I think I needed more water, more rice, or more almond butter. But I knew so many people, so I'm like, I know I could get some from them. So I was just more relaxed. Whereas, like, if I'm going to go overseas, I know, all right, I need to take care of business. I can't rely on, anybody else.
So how far is Toronto from home?
40 minutes. Yeah, not far.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what did you think? I mean, obviously we were all out in Romania together. Myself and Lauren doing the live stream. What was it like competing at that event on that stage and, the whole, what was your thoughts on the entire kind of event?
Man, it was incredible. First of all, you guys are fantastic. You guys are very lovely people. It was very nice to meet the both of you.
Yeah.
Melissa loves you guys since you guys are very sweet. So it was nice that because this was our first time traveling together as a couple. We've been together since like I don't know. It's been like
get some calm in you, mate.
I'd like to say a bit over a year and a half, but the first time traveling together, so it was cool because I'm competing. It was not like exactly a vacation, but it was like a cool experience, and like I feel like everybody, I don't know what it was, like maybe everybody involved with Wings of Strength is just really good people, but we had the best experience possible. Everybody we ran into, everyone was nice. All the competitors were very sweet, very respectful, very humble. Like it was just such an incredible. The venue was beautiful. Even the guy that runs the event, or not Tim Gardner, but I guess maybe I'm saying it wrong. His name's Streza.
Oh, he's one of the partners, isn't he, in that event?
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a good guy. Normally, I would be afraid to ask somebody that's like a part of an event, hey, because they had like certain coaches' tickets or coaches' passes. I'm like, hey, would you mind holding one for me? Because, I heard they were selling out, and he actually did. Like, you know what I mean? It's like everybody was so nice and so like everybody wanted everybody to win. Essentially, everyone was so welcoming. It was an incredible experience, man. If I could relive it 10 times over, I would.
Ashley Coltwasser said the same about like the venue and the organization and the promotion. She said it was a really it was one of the highlights of the year. Yeah,
it was so cool.
Yeah. So, and you look very happy to see Samson as well. Do you know each other? Or do you just communicate through social media?
We communicate through social media. We competed in Vancouver a couple of years back, and Samson.
Right. 2019.
Again, yes, same thing. That guy, such a good guy, lovely, like such a sweet person. Him and his wife, they're just, they're just such saints, angels, So I got a lot of respect for him. And I was so happy to see him get his ticket to the Olympia for this year, and it was cool to share the stage with him again.
I got told off because I said I put a picture of you two together, and I said I think I put Canada versus UK or Nigeria or something, and then someone said no, it's Nigeria versus Nigeria.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. So, Toronto, what was that like, mate? It was very, very close between you and Joel Thomas. Very, very close. I saw because the final call out was just you two. Is that correct?
Yeah, in the prejudging, they just brought us together. Yeah, honestly, it was a cool show. I think, in terms of like the placing, I hear things. People are messaging me. Fans are always gonna want things a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's cool to know that like people preferred me. I think that's cool. But at the same time, I think it's cool that people preferred Joel too. I think it's cool because it's subjective, right? It's like apples, whatever you like, right? So it was cool, but I'm just happy because this is the best package I believe I brought, and I put on a show, and I feel like people enjoyed it. So what more can I ask for?
It's like Flex Wheeler versus Dorian. Which do you prefer? Do you like the guys with the better structure and kind of the better lines, or do you like the more kind of that type of physique like Joel has? Because you're two very, very. You've got that crazy structure, the crazy wide shoulders, the small waist, the big quads. He's kind of got that sort of Branch Warren, Dorian Yates look. So I suppose, no one would have argued if either of you'd have won. Really, it's apples and oranges.
Yeah. So honestly, he's such a nice guy, good guy, humble. Seems like a very humble dude. I'm happy for him. I think he deserved to win, and I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I feel like we got some good moments on stage, and that those moments will live on forever. So we're gonna do it again at some point later on.
And what's being pointed out on social media? It's nice to see guys with calves.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, because you and Joel, like, you both got crazy calves, and I think that's something that really is not maybe seen as much nowadays. Is that fair?
It's funny because I didn't realize until I saw a picture, or I saw a comment on a picture yesterday in the middle of the day about his calves. I'm like, oh, shit.
They're crazy.
Like, this guy's crazy. So it is cool to see those comments.
He said to me, a few months ago, he said, I've only really started training them seriously in the last year.
Yeah, honestly, I think for some people, genetically, that's just how it works. Like, for example, my legs, right? Think about the muscle maturity, the density, like how strong my legs are and how dense they are compared to like my upper body. I train my upper body way harder. When I first started training, I didn't train legs when I first started working out.
Really?
Because I was a bro. I was a bro.
Yeah.
So I didn't train legs and back. I just trained like everything else. Then when I started training legs, I trained them like a wimp because I didn't care to do them. So for years, I never trained legs till failure. And then when I started learning how to like train harder, like I guess my walk, my gait is a little off. So I get tightness in my hips, my knees start to hurt, my ankles. So I'm always like I'm going to physio. I'm getting a lot of work done for my legs. So I have the most problems with my legs, and it limits me. So I actually can't go 100% on leg days all the time.
Wow,
so I have leg days where, like, even the year before New York Pro, I think for like half the year, I was doing like 30% leg days. But then when you see me on stage, the legs are the most impressive thing. So
mate, your legs are insane. It's not just the size, it's the development, it's the condition, the separation. I bet Rami would love half of your separation, mate. Did I say that?
But yeah, so it's just like, it's just one of those things. I think some of us just have different gifts genetically. But it's definitely cool. I'm gonna start training my calves now.
Shit, you got really good calves though, kind of like Vince Taylor type. But I tell you what, one thing is I'm so glad that you've managed every single year you've competed since. Because I remember when I saw you in 2019 in Vancouver, and I just thought, my God, this guy's structure looks like he's photoshopped. But then every year I thought, I've kind of thought, I hope he manages to retain those lines without blowing it. I hope he doesn't get in because you're young. You're what, 26 now?
Yeah, 26.
26. I just hope. Me and Ron were speaking about this on the preview, and I said it's nice to see that someone doing it nice and gradually, and you're not coming back in another year and your physique is completely blown out and your weight. But the thing is you're keeping those lines and that waist small, and that's why I think you've really got you're doing it the right way, by doing it nice and steadily and keeping, your waist, I can't even imagine what it measures. It must be like 30, 32 or something, but it certainly looks it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. For me personally, I'm not, I'm very health conscious, not saying that what I do is healthy per se, but there's certain limitations that I have, certain things, certain amounts that I won't do. And certain amount, my coach is also very aware of that stuff. He doesn't want me to do more. That's not even a thing. So I think that the way things have been going, I'm progressing at a good rate, at a healthy rate. Nothing. The worst thing about what I do is probably getting really heavy in the off seasons. So this year, I think I'm just gonna have a little bit of a different approach for the off season. Probably keep it a little bit more tight. Maintain lower weight, eat a little bit less protein, kind of thing. But for the most part, the goal is to keep the waist slim. Yeah. And to keep this from getting too thick. Because when it gets too thick, it's hard to get lean.
If I was your coach, I'd say let's try and get the most out of the most little, out of the least. If you're trying to get the maximum results out of the, because you were like a natural athlete. What? How many? 4 years ago?
Yeah, back in 2018.
God, it's crazy. So I think you're doing everything right and the way that you should do, really. I think you're doing it the best way, because I think when we see these young athletes that are so good with these crazy structures like yourself, we want to see you top 3 Olympia, top 6 Olympia within 2 years. But I tell you what, it's actually better to kind of hang back a little bit, because there's some really good athletes coming through in your 20s. You've got Vlad Surochko, you've got Nick Walker, Rafael Brandeo, Regan Grimes, all under 30. Mm-hmm. You guys are, Emir Omeragic. This guy, was he 22? If you take your time and you do it sensibly, you guys are going to be the top 6 and top 10 Olympias in a couple of years, in years to come. So don't rush it. Just keep doing exactly what you've been doing.
Yeah. If you look at Rafael and even Regan, these guys have been at it. They've been in those conversations for years. They've just been gradually building up. They haven't had those crazy, oh my God, it's a different person this year. So I kind of like it, because I feel like they have also kept their lines. They've kept, they have such beautiful physiques, and they're just getting better, more refined in the right areas. Rafael isn't, if you look at, he's big in all the right places, and he has such a pretty physique, good stage presence. But if you look at his pictures from his pro debut, he's obviously bigger where he needs to be bigger, but it's the waist is the same size. Yeah. The proportions are even more crazy. And I see that with Regan as well. So it's something that I see, it inspires me, and I'm you know what, that's more in line with what I want. Even if those guys aren't rewarded as high as, other guys, that's still the route that I prefer to go. Yeah. But big guys, man, I respect them too, man. I respect them. They look incredible.
I think because now there's more opportunities to turn pro, I think people are turning pro quicker. And I think that, if you look at the 90s, guys like Nasser, Ronnie, they took a good few years to get going. Ronnie was at the back of the pack for 3-4 years before he even started getting top 6s or top 3s, So I think nowadays, we need to understand that, some guys like yourself, just keep doing what you're doing, just nice, steady, slow, kind of steady improvements, because you don't need to do anything crazy, and I tell you what, have you seen Lee Haney's a big fan of yours?
Oh, really?
Oh my God, you haven't even noticed. Mate, I've seen him make several comments about your physique. He's really, because he doesn't really post much on social media, but he's on social media, and he's made I'll tell you what, I'll find them and I'll screenshot and send them to you.
No way.
Lee Haney, yeah. I see you as a taller Lee Haney with, just like I said, just not quite as good chest and back yet.
No way. That's crazy, man. Thank you so much. Holy.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, wow. I actually feel really good.
So, have you thought about the plans for next year yet, or is it just too soon?
It's funny, because last night somebody said something. They brought up points, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to hear anything about points, and let me just focus on the holidays, my family, my girlfriend. let me just get back to being human. I feel like a psychopath when I'm on prep. You know, I don't think I'm that bad. I don't think I'm that bad, but I feel like to be successful at this, you got to be pretty crazy. So I feel like I can finally, like that switch, I can finally turn it off and just, you know, so I just want to be there for my family for the holidays. But it's funny because I said that to somebody, and then a couple hours later, I'm like, I want to compete in the summer. So, so I'm thinking like, I did cardio this morning. You know, we had some treats and some food last night, ate a lot. Did my cardio right before this. You know, I set an alarm. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it in, and I'm going to train shortly after. So, you know, got my whole day lined up. But I'm thinking, I don't know what the contest competitor list is out. Not competitor. The contest list is right now, but I'm thinking something in the I don't want to qualify on points. I want to go off of a win, but I also want to give myself enough time to improve. So maybe something in the fall, but I mean, that's a conversation that it could be had in like 3 months.
Yeah.
First and foremost, come off.
Smart.
My coach, he's doing a show in a couple of weeks. So it's not something that is urgent. So we could revisit this topic when I'm actually ready to start, you know? So, But I would say tentatively maybe something like late summer or fall.
Well, you've had a 5th and a 2nd. I think it's a good way to shut it down now, and a couple of really good solid placings there. And would you consider another international show next year?
Honestly, yeah, I would. I had a really good time at Romania. I don't think it's funny because I thought about doing Romania again, but I don't think it would be a qualifier for the Olympia for 2022. I think it would be for 2023.
Yeah.
So just because of the timing, I'm sure they would cut off. You know, that Olympia cutoff is. I'm assuming because the show's in December, it might be around like September or something.
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I would guess September. I would guess September.
Yeah, so I don't know, but if there's I think for the most part I want to do American shows, but if there's some international show, let's say I do like an American show, I qualify and I have like a couple weeks to get ready, I would do Romania again. Like if I'm qualified, I would love to do that show again, or any other show. It's just a cool experience getting up there in front of different people, different environment, and I feel like there is a lot of maybe what's the word I'm looking? I don't want to say adversity, but there's unfamiliarity with competing like in internationally, right? Like if you're not prepared enough, you could really run into some trouble. But I like the challenge, so I would definitely love to do it again. It's
definitely more of an experience, isn't it? Traveling and competing. You know, it's you're literally going completely out your comfort zone. You're going into something you don't really have a clue what you're going into. It could be great. It could not be great. It could go horribly wrong. But I suppose it's more of an adventure when it's more international than just kind of driving 40 minutes, you know?
Oh, yeah. But, it's cool. It's cool. It's nice to get yourself in front of new people, new fans, too. So I think that just in terms of... I think that's good. I think it's really good as a bodybuilder to not just compete in your comfort zone. Because my first year, I only competed in Canada. Yeah. So this year, I'm happy that I was able to get out, do an international show. And next year, if there's a couple shows in America, I'll hit them up. And a couple, let's say there's something in Europe around that same time frame that I'm ready, I'll do that too.
So your coach Dorian Hamilton's is he doing the nationals in 2 weeks?
Yes, the one in Vancouver.
I saw some pictures. He's looking really, really good, isn't he? I saw the qualifier. I haven't seen any photos since. How's he looking?
He looks. That's funny. I haven't he doesn't show me anything. And I guess we just talk about me.
You. Yeah.
But, yeah. We talk about him, but he doesn't send me pics or I'm sure he would if I asked, but I don't want to put that pressure on him. Like, hey, let's see how you're looking, you know? Yeah. Because not that I can't, but it just, I don't know. I think he's very kind of like quiet and reserved with his preparation. He doesn't post a bunch of updates and stuff. So I just ask him how he's feeling in the morning or blah blah blah. I just check up on him in terms of how his mood is, how his energy is, and man, he's a beast. Because he was gonna do the qualifier this weekend, because it was a qualifier.
Shit, okay.
But he had to pull out like a day before because it's a long story. I don't know if I didn't watch his YouTube video. He posted it in a YouTube video, but I think just a lot, like high stress, a lot of stuff going on. And I think his body was just not responding well to it. And so I think his body was just really broken down. So he tried to like load up on food, and I think his stomach was starting to get inflamed, and it's just his body was like holding on to it the way that it should. So he gave his body a break for a little bit, and he's gonna get right back to it in a bit.
I think he's more focused on his athletes and his company, isn't he? I think he's a very good athlete, but I think maybe that's his priority. And I think that on top of everything else, it must be, like you said, it must be very stressful at times.
And I cannot believe that he was able to keep prepping. Like even though he didn't do the show, I can't believe he did all of that while, prepping for Romania, waking up at odd times when he's back home while I'm in Romania for, he had a couple athletes in this show this weekend too. So it's like, he's, listen, I couldn't do that. I can't multitask like that. And I can't be, especially not as well as he does it. So I got a lot of respect for him. And I'm glad that at least a lot of us, I think he just has one client doing Vancouver as well, just him and her. And I'm glad that it's just a lighter load, because I really want to see him shine. I want to see him get his pro card.
Absolutely. So you're going to a gym party today?
Yeah, we got a little gym party.
Where's that, Tuss?
Sorry?
Where's that?
Oh, so it's at Pure Muscle and Fitness.
Nice.
It's like, post Toronto Pro, all the athletes and stuff are going to come to the gym, work out. There's probably going to be cookies. I got like my own signature cookie too.
You got your own signature cookie?
I do. I tried it for the first time last night. It was great.
Nice. Awesome. Right. Okay then, Quint, I'm going to let you go. I'm mindful of your time, mate. I'm going to let you go. Thank you for coming on early as well, because we were like, oh, can do a bit later, and anyway, oh, let's do it. So
yeah,
and you've already done your cardio this morning, so you're on it, mate.
Honestly, it's I put some thought into it. I'm like, you know what? Let me wake up early, get some cardio in. This is actually a good thing. So yeah. I'm glad I did, man. Pleasure to talk to you.
Nice one. Well, mate, and it was, like I said, it was great to meet you two as well, and your lovely lady in Romania, and that was just the start of just a crazy couple of weeks for us as well. So it's been really it's been a nice way to end the year, on a kind of getting out and meeting people, because I didn't get to go to the Olympia because of the travel restrictions. I couldn't go to the Arnold, so I really wanted to get myself to at least a couple of shows, just to kind of to see people and and connect as well, because we're all part of this big sort of weird family, and it's not good if you don't see people, It
is, man. So I'm hoping next year should be better. I mean, I heard there's a new variant, so who knows? But I'm hopeful.
Yeah, it's her fault because she's South African, mate. She's South African. South African variant. I think she's brought it in. Right, I'm gonna let you go get some breakfast or whatever, and I'll speak to you very soon, Quinton. So safe travels. Well, safe 40-minute drive home. So and I'll speak to you very soon.
All right, thank you guys. Pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, Quinton. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Unrise Move studio with me, your host, Giles Tiger Thomas. And we're joined all the way from Spain, the classic rising superstar, Jose Maria Mete Buerberi.
Yeah. Hello.
Was that right?
Yes, right.
Oh, God for that.
Perfect.
Right, Jose, firstly, did you move the tree?
First?
Did you move the tree yesterday?
I can't. It's so heavy.
Because yesterday we were supposed to do this yesterday, but he had was it a tree blocking your house? Oh, was it a storm or?
Yes,
it was a storm. Yes.
It was a storm. Yes.
Yeah.
And they blocked the
road.
The road. Yes.
Oh God. Right, now people will know you better perhaps as Madelman.
Yes, Madelman. People know me My name in social media is Madelman.
Oh. So
Yeah.
so that's where the name comes from, middleman.
Madelman, yes.
Explain.
It's from
Toys.
toys. You know, when I small,
Yeah.
my friend called me Madelman because I very small. I don't know how.
Huge.
I'm huge. Okay.
Yeah.
And my friend, first they call me Action Man. They call me Black Action Man. You know, and after they call me Madelman.
I think Blaction man.
Black Action Man.
Sorry. Wow. Okay then. Now you've won. I mean, okay. Let's go to your contests. You've won 4 pro shows this year.
Yeah. Yes.
Portugal,
Yes.
Spain,
Yes.
Romania,
In Egypt.
and Egypt. Right. Okay. 4 pro shows in 1 year.
4. Yes. 4.
That's incredible. Okay. Right. So, Jose, tell me, I want to go talk about your contests. What contests you've done before. When did you start competing? What year?
¿Qué año empezaste a competir?
The first time I compete is 216, 2016. 260. I turned pro in 220,
18.
2018. Where did you turn
Yeah.
pro? Where?
I turned pro, yes.
Where?
2019,
Yeah.
I do my first pro show and I qualify for Mr. Olympia in my first pro show. Yes.
So was that as classic?
Classic,
When
yes.
you turned pro, did you win as a bodybuilder or as classic?
No, classic. Always classic.
Always classic.
Yes, always classic.
Okay. Because when I first saw pictures of you, I thought you were a 212.
No. Always classic.
They told me that a lot.
They told me that a lot.
Yeah.
But always classic, yes.
So
I never compete. I always compete in classic.
always.
Always, yes.
So what is your stage weight? What do you compete at?
84.
84. So 176 plus 10. So about 194. 194 pounds.
Sí.
Sí, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay then. Tell me about 2019. So your first year, you won your pro show. You went to the Olympia. How did that go?
You couldn't go. You couldn't go to Olympia because of the.
Okay. The first year I can't go to Olympia because my first Olympia was in 2020, no? 2019? Yes, because I can't go because coronavirus, the restriction,
Yeah.
and my visa is very, ¿cómo se dice? Se retrasó.
Was late.
Well, my visa was late.
Right.
No,
Okay.
Too late because the restriction, two more problems, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I can't go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that.
I go to Mexico
Yeah.
to make the quarantine
Yeah.
and waiting the visa because the visa is not didn't arrive. I come back to Spain.
Oh no. So what? Sorry. What year? What year?
In
2019.
Oh, coronavirus in 2019 was it or
No.
The summer of
2020?
2020, maybe.
2020. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So I qualified in 2019
Yeah.
and for the Olympia 2020.
Ah, right. Okay. The following year. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So and then this year you've gone and I saw you in Spain in August. You were third place there.
Yes.
Yeah. So how many shows have you done this year? How many in total? Five. And you've won 4.
I win 4.
That's incredible. So you've got 4. How many qualifications for next year's Olympia? 2? You qualified twice. 3. I'm trying to. This is so confusing.
3.
Three.
I win 4 shows
Yeah.
and everyone is qualified for Olympia.
Yeah. But how many for next year's? Is it 3 you've done?
Next 3.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do for a living? Where do you live in Spain? Tell us a bit about you.
Que les cuentes un poquito sobre ti. ¿Dónde vives?
Okay. I live in Spain.
Yeah.
In Madrid. Okay, capital. Hasta hace 3 años, ¿cómo se dice?
Until 3 years ago.
Until 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm working like everybody. You know? I was working on a supplement shop.
Okay.
You know, clothing shops, and training. You know, after my friend told me, bro, try more, try it. Maybe you can compete. You can turn pro, you can qualify, try it, you know, and poco a poco, slowly, I have one sponsor, you know, and that moment I say, okay, I have a sponsor, I going to try it, you know. My sponsor is, ¿cómo se me apoya?
Supports me.
Supports me, my sponsor is support me.
Yeah.
And I compete all the competition is go good because for the first time I win.
Yeah.
For the first time I win. And ¿cómo se dice todo ha ido bien?
Everything went good. Everything went.
Everything went good. You know, and now I
You have more sponsors.
I have more sponsor. You know, and I can live only for bodybuilding, you know.
Fantastic. Because you've got a big following, like 500,000 on Instagram. Is it 500,000 you've got? Something like that?
200K.
200K.
200K, yes.
That's fantastic. That's really good. Because like I've seen you a lot on social media. You seem to have a good following. Originally, I thought you were Brazilian. I thought you were Brazilian because you seem to be popping on the Brazilian fans' feed. A lot of the Brazilian fans were posting about you, and I thought, oh, you're one of the, because in Brazil it's just huge, and I thought you were Brazilian. I didn't realize you were Spanish until August.
My origin is Africa. I'm from Africa.
Yeah.
You know, but I come here when I'm small.
Right.
You know,
2 years.
What?
2 years.
When I small.
Yeah.
3 years. My life. I do my life up here.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't Brazilian.
Not Brazilian, definitely. Okay, we've got that established. So, are you close friends with Emilio Martinez? Do you spend much time with him, or does he help you much, or?
I know Emilio.
Yeah.
But Emilio live 4 hours.
4 hours ago.
4 hours ago for Madrid. I talk with him, but not much.
Okay.
You know, but if we have a good relation.
Yeah.
Yes, very good relation.
So, I mean, one thing I want to talk about is your posing, because your posing is very, very good. Have you had any help? Has anyone helped you with it, or who are your influences?
No. Thank you first.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nobody helped me. Nobody.
Wow.
In my house, I have a mirror, a big mirror.
Yeah.
When I have time, I put music. I practice my pose routine, the obligatory pose. I like practice. Pose, the art of posing. I like the art of posing.
Yeah.
I practice very much.
Is that why you chose classic? Because you prefer the presentation?
Yes. It's one of the reasons I like classic, the pose. You know, and other reason is I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
The bodybuilding of the 17th, 80s,
Yeah.
It's my favorite, you know,
Yeah.
because it's the reason. That is the reason.
Your physique is one that would have placed in the Mr. Olympia 25, 30 years ago. In the Olympia, that long, in those days, you'd have been top 6 Mr. Olympia because of your physique.
Hubiera sido top 5, top 6.
See?
Tu físico.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah?
Seriously. I mean, Mohammed Makawe, like Danny Padilla, Sean Ray, those kinds of guys that, the lighter guys, the lighter guys that would place very, very highly. Your physique reminds me. It reminds me of that.
Very people tell me my physique sound right. I don't know is true, but very people tell me that my physique remind them sound right.
Sean Ray, yeah.
I don't know it's true, but most people tell me that.
Yeah, it's very Sean Ray. Yeah. So, if you ever, would you ever consider leaving Classic, or do you? Well, I suppose you're doing very well. So, would you ever leave it and go to 212, or?
For the moment, I prefer stay in Classic.
Yeah.
Maybe 3-4 years. I switch, but now, when I see in Classic I can do important things.
Yeah.
I want to stay in Classic 2-3 years. Make a legacy on my name.
Yeah.
It's not easy win 4 shows in 1 year.
Incredible. Well, the only one who's done it, the only other one is Angel Calderon. Angel Calderon.
Ángel Calderón es el único.
Okay.
4 shows. Last year, he won 4 shows.
The only.
So what is it with the Spanish? Winning so many shows. It's incredible.
Paella, jamón.
Paella and sangria, yeah. Yeah. So now no more shows until the Olympia next year, because we have over a year now until the Olympia next year.
Before Olympia, I want to do some shows. Mira.
More shows.
I like compete.
Yeah.
I like when I stay in the stage. ¿Cómo se te disfruto? I enjoy in the stage. I'm very relaxed. I like posing. I like that moment. I love compete. And if I have the condition for compete, I like compete.
Yeah.
I like compete, and that maybe I do 3 or 4 shows before Olympia. I don't know.
Next year, Portugal, Alicante, then another one, then the Olympia, Romania,
Egypt.
Wow.
I would like to do some Arnold Classic.
Yes.
Yes, I want to do some Arnold Classic. I don't know UK, Australia. I don't know, but I want a big show. I want big show of some Arnold.
I would love to see you in March in Columbus, Ohio at the Arnold Classic. That would be, you could win that.
It's in March.
You could win that. You could win that in March. Yeah, the Arnold Classic in next 2022. If you got if you got an invite for that, I think you should apply. I think you could win that.
I will try in March.
Yeah,
in March.
That's not long. 4 months.
4 months.
No paella.
It's good.
No paella.
No paella.
No paella. Little bit over Christmas.
It's buena fecha. Good. ¿Cómo se dice buena fecha?
Date.
Good date.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Yes.
Because
and I don't know if you know some shows are in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Kuwait some shows, and maybe I go there.
Do them all.
Because of the prices.
Because they give.
Yeah. Yeah. Thing is, though, imagine going into the Olympia next year with like 6 or 7 wins. I mean, that would be a record. That would be a record.
It's big record.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I think it's not the same. Go Olympia with 1 or 2 shows winning, or go Olympia with 6, 7, or 8 shows winning.
Yeah.
That is name.
Yeah.
His name. And I want to do that.
Oh man, because thing is, the Olympia's it's December, not September. So you, even from now, with three wins, qualifications, you have a year, and in that year you could do, another 3, 4, 5 shows.
Yes, exactly.
And qualify for next year.
And qualify.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah. Wow, okay. I think you should go for the record.
Thank you.
Do it. I'm going to look, because I don't think Flex Wheeler, 4 or 5, Angel Calderon, 4. You only need 1 or 2 more wins.
Yes. For do that.
Yeah.
And I only 3 years pro.
Jeez, that's incredible. That's incredible. And the thing is, the classic now is so competitive.
Yes.
It is so. There is. I mean, we do preview shows where we talk about shows before and we look at the lists, and we don't know any of the names because they're all new faces, all new people coming in. Yes. So many new athletes coming.
Classic is a very level in classic, a lot of level.
Yeah.
Classic, and I like that. But I am a person that I like the competition, the level.
Yeah.
Because if you win one show, there are a lot of level is for say I'm the best.
Yeah.
I like ¿cómo se dice la competencia?
Competing.
The competition. The level. Novelty. I like the novelty.
He likes it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's great. I think is if you, I think you should try for the Arnold Classic. I mean, that would be, if you won that or got a top 3, then you've taken your name to another level again. You're really, because that is the second biggest show in the world.
Yes.
And then if you got another couple of wins, go into the Olympia on 5 wins. It's like, the thing is, if you like competing, compete.
Yes. I like competing.
Yeah.
I like competing. If I will look, if I can do that show, Arnold Classic, I would like to do. I never do one Arnold Classic. I want to do it.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there. No, seriously. No, I think if it's a high profile show and you can get invited, then definitely do it, Jose. Definitely do it. It'll like I said, if you've just ride the wave, that just keep going, because I think, I think you're an exciting new face, and I think I'm excited to see you in the Olympia next year as well. I'd like to see you next to Brion.
Yes, next Brion, yes.
Yeah, yes. The back shots. Yes. Very good. Your back shots are incredible.
Thank you.
I'd like to see you next to Brion in the back shots. Yeah.
Yes, you will see it.
Yeah. No.
You will see it.
Yeah. All right then, Jose. Well, I wanted to get you on because, like I said, I saw you in Alicante in August. I was there. I saw you Romania. I saw you Spain. I saw pictures of Portugal. And I think you're going to be a real danger at the Olympia next year. I think you're going to be. I think you could be first call out at the Olympia next year.
Thank you very much.
I think you're really good.
It's important for me you say that because you are you stay in all shows. You see all. If you tell me that, for me is ¿cómo se dice?
A compliment.
A compliment. If you say that, for me, it's a compliment. I'm very glad to hear that.
I'm just being honest, But I think, and I think maybe if we tried to go for the record, I think that would be a really good talking point. People would talk a lot about that, And I just, it's exciting. So, you got a full year now. You've got a full year for next year. So, Yeah, really. Yeah, keep going, mate. Keep going. Absolutely incredible. Spain bodybuilding. You and Angel Calderon in the 212 and the Open now. He's open. I mean, Spanish bodybuilding. Thanks, to just people like yourself and Emilio, and it's really exciting now in Spain.
Yes, in Spain bodybuilding is growing.
Yeah,
that is good.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, and Jose Maria Mete Buerberi. See, I've got no notes. I know no notes. I'm not reading anything. Not reading. Right. Okay. Well, I want to give you some publicity and some promotion because, like I said, you've done amazing this year. And like I said, I've seen you in the flesh 3 times on stage this year, and I was so impressed. Because the standard as well at these shows was so high. I mean, you beat Wesley Vissers in Portugal, and you beat Wesley. And Wesley was at his best.
Yes, Wesley Vissers. Peter Molnar.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
Fantastic.
I want more. He
wants more. I think I go for the record, and I'll get you back on again before the Olympia next year.
Yes.
Okay. All right then, Jose. Thank you so much for coming MD Global Muscle, and thank you to your lady there for helping us move it along and everything. Keep the English coming, and your English was good. It's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
And hopefully there are no more storms blowing trees over your drive.
No storms. Now it's good. Good weather.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay. We're not too bad here. Okay then, mate. Thank you so much for coming on MD Global Muscle, and I'll speak to you very soon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
See you in next show.
Yes. So I'll probably see you more than once next year. So I'll speak to you very soon then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Unhorizon Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And we're joined all the way from Germany, Emir Omeragic.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You do need a round of applause. I think, just a fantastic season there. A fantastic season. So then, Emir, I'm going to go slow because I know you said this is your first ever English interview.
Yes, of course. First ever.
Wow.
First ever. I'm a little bit nervous, but I will do my best.
You'll be fine. I'm usually the nervous one. You. So then, mate, what a year you've had. You've had a 7th, a 4th, and now a 2nd in Spain.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, 22 years old. Where do we start? I mean, when did you even turn pro? Actually, I do know this. When did you turn pro? Can you just tell us?
Yes, I turned pro 6 months ago on the Mr. Big Evolution in Portugal. So to be honest, it was more difficult to get that pro card for my field than the pro shows, because the first pro show in Prague, what I did, I got the 7th. That was for me much easier than to get that pro card. I don't know why. My coach is Chris Acedo. So
yes, he tell me
every time before Prague, before the pro show, he tell me all the guys are overrated. Because
go on, Chris, I love it.
These words mean a lot to me, because it's like, so he gave me a spirit. He gave me a spirit, so you can't do it,
Yeah.
So in my mind is that every time when I go on stage or when I was backstage, no matter what, registrations, everything, I think about his words. He said to me, they are overrated. You good.
Yeah.
So that's what he tell me all the time. And to be honest, I don't really believe every time myself. I was very, very nervous. I was very, very scared to go on stage with the big guys, because you watch them on TV. I was when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, you follow all these guys, and you watch them, and they all are so huge, and you think, wow, man, I'm looking like a small kid on the stage when I go on stage with these guys. So Chris tell me that these guys are overrated, and I swear these words go so good in my mind that I every time before stage, okay, I'm good. They are not so good how they show on Instagram and everything. No, don't understand me wrong. I respect every athlete.
Yeah.
I have more respect. I'm just a beginner. I'm just starter. I'm not better than the big guys. I don't wanna, but I think you know what I mean.
I know.
Yes, and when Chris tell me that every time, I think he tell me just that to motivate me and to be not so scared and nervous before the show. So I think he did a good job with this 2-3 words. So it was good.
I mean,
But to your question, I turned pro in Portugal 6 months ago, and it was more difficult because I did 3 shows before.
yeah.
I started in Moscow. I was in Moscow. They didn't, the customers, they didn't allow me to go in the country because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they said, think about it. I go to Russia, I fly to Russia, everything was good. I had everything, my COVID test, my PCR test, everything. So I go, give my passport and everything, say, White. Then the police first, they said, White, just give me a second. And I had a feel something is going very, very wrong. So,
No.
so I waited like 30, 40 minutes. And then 5 people came to me, customers and everything, police. And they tell me, you have to go back home. I say, why? Why I have to go home? I have everything. I have my PCR test. I am tested. I am negative. I have all my visas for what I need, every paper what I need. I finish everything. Yes, you have everything. But a new rule in Russia was like 5 hours before I came to Russia, they desire I don't know, Vladimir Putin or whoever that desire, no one from Germany can go in Russia. So
5 hours.
5 hours.
Oh, shit.
5 hours.
Oh no.
And so then I fly back. I was, to be honest, I was very, very sad.
Yeah.
Very, very sad. Very fucked up and everything, because you prep so long time. We prepped really, really long time because we had some shows before, but they was all canceled because of COVID. So I was very disappointed, and I talked to Chris. I called Chris and I say, Chris, what to do now? Chris say, okay, we prep more. We go to Poland in 5 weeks. 5 weeks later was Poland. So we decided to prep straightforward to the prep, to the show, to Poland. So we go to Poland 5 weeks. To be honest, it was the hardest 5 weeks ever prep in my life, because I was so disappointed of Russia, and I was scared before I go to Poland. Maybe they sent me back or something wrong. And same thing. I was so scary of the customers and everything. So I decided to drive, not to fly, to drive. So I drive with my friend, and this time I call my dad, and so we drive together. And we drive like 9 hours.
So Germany to Poland.
Yeah, from Germany to Poland.
Wow. And you're prepping.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
So it was easy. I just sleep it and eat my food and everything. But it's hard. It's not easy. So we was in Poland. I like to be 3-4 days before every show.
Yeah. Because
I can rest and have my routine and everything, so everything can go perfect, And yeah, we was in Poland because we had an apartment and everything was good. 3-4 days, and then we came to the show day. So the show day, I was ripped. I look at, in my opinion, I was ripped. I was shredded. The shreddedest guy on stage. My condition was very good. I was extremely full too. So we carved it up a lot. I was very, very, very huge, and my weight was like a weight in 121 kilograms.
121 kilo.
Yeah, but yeah, I was very, very full, very full.
Yeah.
So Chris wanted to bring me full and big and huge. I had the striations on my glutes. Everything was there. Everything. I was ripped. I was 100% ready. So we go to the show, and yeah, I got to the end. I got second. I lose to it was a Polish guy, yeah. You know, and I was very disappointed. And I tell Chris, let's do next show. So Chris tell me, let's look what we do. Maybe we rest a little bit, and then this. But we desire together. Let's do next show. So 2 weeks later was Portugal, and yeah, the 2 weeks way more harder than the 5 to Poland, from Russia to Poland.
So how long have you been prepping? 5 plus 2 plus how many before Russia?
I prepped to Portugal from the start of my prep to Portugal, like 9 months.
9 months, 36 weeks.
9 months. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty. That's a pretty big prep. That's 3 preps back to back.
that was a lot of time. And,
wow. Okay.
But the good thing is, I'm happy that I do that, because Chris pushed me so hard that I don't know how to explain. I had more discipline, you know.
Yeah.
I was more harder. I don't care about how I feel. Like I don't. So my feelings like off, you know. My feelings was like off, and I don't care how I feel. If I'm tired, so that was that time where when I learned what is to be a bodybuilder, a real hard bodybuilder, to be disciplined and everything. Before that, to be honest, I was a little bit maybe we should rest. I'm very tired and everything. But Chris all the time, no man, you have to do it. You have to do it. Go for it. You have to do it. We have to push. You are better than every guy of this amateurs. So go. So Chris pushed me a lot, and I'm very thankful for that I had Chris on my side, so to push me so hard.
Chris has been really pushing you for a while now, because I remember when he was pushing you before you'd even turned pro, and it was always like a front lat spread picture, and he said, "This kid is." He was really hyping you. Then you got your pro card, and then he's, you know, I mean, I've messaged Chris in the last couple of months, and he said about Spain. He says, "Oh no, Emir will win easy." That's what he said to me. He said to me personally in DMs. Sorry, go on.
That's what I love. That's why I love Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is a very humble guy. Chris believes in me, you know.
Yeah, clearly.
And I never before had a coach or someone who believed so much in me like Chris. You know, Chris is really talking a lot to me. Chris is like a second father, you know.
Yeah. He's
talking a lot to me. He's helping me in everything, not just in bodybuilding prep. Sometimes when I have problems or anything, I can talk to him like to a best friend or to a father, you know. So Chris is for me really a special person, because I got my pro card with him. I do my first pro shows with him, and I love this man. I love Chris. I love his work. I love his heart. He's a very humble guy. I like him a lot.
Before you continue the story, can I ask how you two connected, with you being in Germany and him in America? How did that come about, that alliance?
What do you mean how connected? How I contacted him?
How did you start working together?
It was I was before Chris. I had another coach. I don't know if I had another coach from Europe, from the Swiss. I think everybody know who is it.
Okay.
And he kicked me out because I didn't train the program that he wanted to train. You know.
Yeah.
We have some special programs and everything. And I like to train. To be honest, I like to train heavy. I like to do my own shit in the gym. You know.
Yeah.
Because I know my body, nobody can tell me how to train, you know, because I know how I feel, how the muscles have to feel after the training or while in the training and everything. And so he kicked me out, and then I looked for another coach. So I didn't know, okay, who's good, who can take care good of me, because, you know, a lot of coaches have a lot of people making their money and everything. So I desire to to send Chris an email. I sent him pics and everything, and first 2 weeks I didn't get the answer. Then I texted him again. I sent him again.
Keep going.
Yeah, I sent him again pictures and everything, but this time on IG.
Right.
And then on IG I texted Chris. I texted you 2 weeks ago on an email. Please, maybe if you are interested, so please give me a feedback and everything. What do you think about it? And he say, let's see what we can do. So
yeah,
okay, that's how the contact come with Chris, and after to be honest, after we start the prep, I think how I will look, because I was really in the off season. I was really fat and everything.
yeah.
How to come in shape and everything. So we start with Chris. Chris is no rushing, you know. Chris is really relaxed. So
36 weeks of dieting, mate. That's not rushing.
yeah.
Well, I know it wasn't planned, but yeah.
Yeah, it was not a plan, but sometimes you have to make more plans than the first plan.
Yes.
So we start working together, and everything find its way to, I don't know how to explain. Everything goes the good and the right way. I never felt so good before with a coach. I never progressed so much with a coach. And I think it's all about because the coach before don't believe so much in me, you know? And Chris really believed in me, showed me a different way of bodybuilding. So no rush, relax. So take care of everything and stay fit, stay healthy. So that's how the contact with Chris. So we connected to email and everything, IG, social media. You know, it's today. It's easy. It's not so hard. Like
I can tell he really likes you as well, because of the way he talks about you and the way he posts about you. You can see that the belief and the relationship is good. You know, I can see that you two are probably going to be working together for a very long time. You know, I don't see that real personal connection sometimes between the athlete and the coach sometimes, but with you two, like he messaged me back straight away about you, and he says, you know, he was like really like, no, I believe in this kid. You know, he's going to win. He's been pushing you for quite a while now, and I like to see that. It's great. He's got belief.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Chris is a really, really good guy, and in my opinion, he knows everything. For everything, when I ask him something, he know the answers. You know.
Yeah.
For me is the number one. So much experience, and because a lot of coaches in this time, in the new era, they just look a lot of science. You know.
Yeah.
For the most coaches in this time, just science. You have to do this. You have to do this. Chris have experience. You know. Chris knows. He just have. He don't like. Let's use this one. Like he watches at you. Okay, eat this and this. And another coaches, white. Let me 200 grams protein, 200. And then you eat it. Oh, it was too much. We have to go. No. And Chris knows.
Yeah.
Chris have just to look at you, and he knows exactly what to do. I don't know.
I've spoke to Kamal before, Kamal Orgagni, and he said he'll change my food daily.
Yeah.
Every day.
every day. Like in a prep, every day. Like send him in the morning pics. I do my cardio and everything. I'm finished with the cardio. I open my phone, message, Chris, new plan for today.
That's crazy. That's great.
That's the thing. What I think that works very well.
Yeah. So
when you know everything, when he sees you every morning, like every day, how you look, he can step by step. So he can't do a mistake, you know, because he's watching you every time. Then other coaches, okay, here's your plan for the last 2 weeks of the show. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It can't work 100% because the body changes daily per hour, you know. So you have to look exactly how you look, what's the weight, how much water you drink, how much salt, how much carbohydrates, how much fats, how much protein. And that's the thing what Chris is doing very, very good. So for me, exactly, Chris is for me the number one. I don't care how much I have to say his name, how much Hani Rambot, how much Olympias he win, but for me it's Chris. For me, it's Chris the number one.
Well, you two have clearly clicked. You know, you've clicked. You've really, it works. Everything falls into place with you two. So right, we up to Portugal now. We're up to the Portugal when you turn pro. Tell us about that.
Yeah, in Portugal it was. I was very, very nervous, very, very scared, very, 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 very nervous because I had a lot of pressure because I lose in Poland.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to lose in Portugal again.
Yeah.
I really, really don't want to lose, and I make a lot of pressure to myself,
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, everything goes right. Thank God, everything was good.
Yeah,
I got my pro card, and that was the hardest part this year to get that pro card. I don't know why. I think it is because of Moscow, because I was so disappointed, and
you were
Poland,
a little bit paranoid, maybe a little bit worried about shit. I've got to keep going. I've been prepping so long. Am I going to get it? I've got second in Poland. Am I going to be able to get it? It's like, I suppose the pressure was just piling on top, wasn't it?
Yes. Right, 100%. Yes. So at the end, all the pressures fall down. I don't know how to explain. For me, this year. The pro card, when I got the pro card, for me was, I don't know, the best feeling ever. It was like someone give me $10 million. For me was really, I was so happy. In that moment, the next 2-3 days after I got the pro card, I still was thinking I was dreaming,
Yeah.
Because I'm trying really. I got my first pro qualifier show. Maybe all the people don't know that because I did with 18 years. I did classic physique.
You did classic?
Yeah, I did classic physique, but 1 year just.
Okay. So hang on, how tall are you, Emir?
I'm 6'1".
Because we were on stage and you're distant. I'm 6 foot. You're a little bit taller because you're a big. Yeah. So what was your weight as a classic then? What was your maximum weight cutoff?
Cutoff was in the amateurs was like 94 kilograms.
Oh God! So yes, you put like 30 kilos on in 3 years. Shit! Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was quite a different look.
But when I did classic physique, that was 2018.
So 3 years ago.
I was just 10 seconds on stage. Just 10 seconds.
Oh no!
They didn't look at me. It was a lot of competitors, when classic physique hype was big and a lot. So I was 10. I prepped like 5 months, and I was 10 seconds on stage. And after that show, I tell myself I never want again to be so. They didn't look at me even,
Yeah.
They just okay, go away next,
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of competitors, and so I waited backstage. Maybe I think maybe I can do top 15 or something, né? And they come, this one, Emir, home, finish for today. And I was so disappointed, man. No. I was so disappointed. After the show, I really tell to myself, I never want to get that bad again, and so I desire to do open class, and after 1 year I gained 20 kilograms of muscle.
Wow.
So I was 19 and my weight was like 112 kilograms.
Okay. Wow.
Maybe I'm sorry that I'm going back again to my...
That's fine, it's fine. No, I want to hear the history, because the thing is, you're so... Also, when did you turn 22?
23 April.
23rd of April?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So you're... Okay, shit, okay. Because you're technically, you're still really a junior, because it's 23 and under.
Yeah.
So you're coming like second and, in your first call-outs in big pro shows, and you're still... I mean, I think this is unprecedented. I think this is to this level. I mean, we've got like guys like Vlad and Raphael was like 25 and Nick Walker, but like this is something else entirely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So after that 1 year classic physique, I gained 20 kilograms. So I desire we do open, and I did Denmark, a pro qualifier. I got second, 1 point to my pro card. So I missed that pro card for 1 point. Yeah.
You could have been 20. How would 20 then?
No, 19.
19. Oh no! Shit.
I was 19.
Oh wow.
I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Then 2 weeks later, I go to Amateur Olympia again.
Yeah.
Where I lose the last year classic.
Yeah.
I got third place in super heavyweight. Like I think it was 3 points. Yeah. 3 points to the first place. I don't know. So
yeah, but that's 19 years. You're 19 years old.
Yeah.
And you're placing top 3 at a decent amount of size and conditioning. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So yeah, after Olympia Amateur, I say to myself, okay, now I'm doing off season and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, we start the off season. I gained so much, but I wanted 2002, I think 20. Yeah, 2020. Then I wanted to go again on stage to get my pro card, and then COVID. So COVID stopped everything, and I can't fly anywhere. So Germany was full lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, that was because I prepped. I was in prep. I was like, I think 3 or 4 weeks out, and then all the shows canceled. Everything was canceled. So I did nothing. I break the prep and everything, and I didn't train for 2 months because in Germany it was a really full lockdown.
You couldn't train anywhere.
Anywhere. I look at everything. I will drive 500 kilometers a day just to train. I talk to a lot because when you are young, you don't have a lot of contacts. You don't know who to ask. Can I train? Now it's different. Now every gym, hey, come train here. So at that time it was really, really hard to find the gym. And
mate, when I was 20, I was hitchhiking back on a Friday night just so I could get to the gym. I used to travel an hour. There was no gym in my town. I used to have to travel an hour on the bus each way, and I did that for 9 years.
Pooh, that's hard.
There was no gym in my town. I have to train arms in my bedroom at home for like 8-9 years, and the rest of the time it was just that was it. That I had to travel, So I can understand, but when you want to do something, when that hunger's there, and you're competing and you're coming top 3 in these amateur Olympias, it's like you'll do whatever it takes to train,
Yes. So I like you, I really tried everything, but I didn't find a way. So I had to do nothing. I just I buy something like a bench press, like I feel at that time I feel really like shit. I'm every day asking myself, man, what when I'm training on the bench and bicep curls, and every time what I'm doing here, man, I want to go, I want to be pro, I want to go,
It's frustrating.
Yeah, what I'm doing here, man, what you doing? So find a way to do something. So I save some money and I go to work 1 month.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of work. I didn't train. I work a lot. I tried to make some money, and I did everything. Really, like I worked maybe like 15 hours a day.
What were you doing?
Like it was an old man. He have a very big company.
Yeah.
So I clean everything. I did shit job. They tell me everything, like clean this. Bring the garbage outside, do this. I didn't care, he had a lot of work for me, so for me a lot of hours, a lot of money. So I worked that month, I saved some money, and I desire, okay, lockdown is like 2 months longer, So I decided to fly to Montenegro. So I saved some money there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had to find a way to train, because
That's
3-4
amazing.
months. Yeah.
Wow. Puts my hitchhiking story to shame, that. It really puts it to shame.
Yeah. And so I decided to fly to Montenegro because there is the life in Montenegro is not so expensive like in every other countries,
Yeah.
So I had a lot of money for the next 2-3 months to buy some food and everything, to have small apartment for me. And I started my prep again there. No, I don't start the prep. I did an small off season.
Yeah.
I didn't have the coach, and that was the time I didn't have the coach, and everything.
So you were by yourself in another country with the money you'd saved, training, and wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So I saved the money. I fly over there. I get that apartment. I buy my food and everything. Gym membership, buying for 2 months, and I was happy at that time.
Yeah.
I had everything to follow my dream again, And in Germany was the lockdown, so I stayed there. After 2 months, the lockdown was over in Germany, so I decided to go back again home.
Yeah.
And then I start like small off season alone. Then the part start with Chris, where I text him, and because you need to save some money first. When you are so young, you don't have really money. If you want to do bodybuilding and everything, you know how expensive it is, and when you are young, it's even more harder.
Yeah.
So I work it a lot. To pay everything, and that's how it goes.
It's incredible. And the thing is, when you turned pro in Portugal, you didn't take a year off. I mean, you must have gone straight into almost to prepping for these Prague, Egypt, and Spain. I mean, you didn't waste any time. Did you think about taking time off, or?
To be honest, we go off, but 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I take time off 4 weeks. I rested a little bit, but I did everything like another day. I did my cardio and everything. So it was not really a rest. Just more food, a little bit more food and everything.
Back to back.
And I was so motivated after the pro cut. Chris, I say every time, Chris made me a real bodybuilder. Chris made me to a real bodybuilder,
Yeah, but thing is, pro card aside, that was on the back of a 36-week prep. So then you did 4 weeks off, and you were still training and doing your cardio, and then you're straight into your pro debut prep.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
That's
wow,
what I did.
That's incredible, mate. That's incredible.
And I don't really like it's like I think I don't really like to waste time. I'm thinking every time about
clearly.
Okay, you have not. Of course, it's better sometimes to rest and everything. Chris is taking care of me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to go forward. Like now. Now I'm resting. I think we will rest 3-4 weeks again, and I will start something new. Because I have the energy. I feel good. I'm healthy. I feel good. I feel amazing. Doctors, everything is fine. So why not?
Have you? Have you had your blood work done?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Is everything's good? Everything's fine.
Everything is perfect.
Wow. Okay.
Everything is fine. Everything's perfect. So why not?
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel amazing. I just need more food. next 4 or 5 weeks, and I'm happy. Yeah. Just to have a little bit more energy. I'm happy. I love doing this. For me, it's a dream. Every day I'm doing this what I love. I have sponsors and everything. For me, it's really like a dream.
So
every time.
So you've got good sponsors in place now. That's a question I was leading on to. Everything's good on that side of things.
Yeah, for Europe, it's a very good sponsor. For America, no.
Okay.
But for Europe, it's okay. It's good to pay everything and to have a good life. So it's. Good. I'm very thankful to my sponsors and everything. So everything is fine, everything is good. I have the energy, I have the drive, I have the motivation. And, you know, if you rest too long and stay away from the gym and eating a lot of shitty food, you lose the drive, you know? And you need, again, like 2-3 months to get that crazy drive. And I don't want to lose that drive, you know? I want to stay every time in focus. I want to just keep going. Like I say, I just need more food to be more rested, to have a full stomach, and I'm happy.
Amir, isn't it incredible? You got like I've been really pushing and hyping kind of Vlad Suhorochko. You know, he's 26 now, and he's just like yourself. He's just like Rick Walker. He's like exactly the same as you with his attitude, his drive, his mentality, his work ethic, his attitude. And it's just like, there's all these, like I said to Quinton Eriya in the same episode, like the guys like yourself, Rafael Brandeo, the guys in your 20s, I can't think of the other names, Vlad, you know, Nick Walker, who else is in their 20s? Regan Grimes, like you're all in your 20s. You know, and you're all so good, and you're all placing bloody well, you know, and winning shows and coming seconds and fourths and sevenths. I mean, this is you're the next generation.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. My motivation is like respect to all Olympians now, you know, but the real motivation when I look up to guys is like. It's like a Jay, it's like a Ronnie, you know, the 90 guys, like Kevin.
Yeah.
I think the 90s were a little bit. I love the 90s.
Yeah.
I love the 90s. I like the condition and everything. I like the physiques at that time. So I believe in hard work, you know. I don't believe in science and everything. I just believe in hard work, hard dieting, and off season you need to have a lot of calories, you know.
Hang on, you were born in the 90s, weren't you?
No, yeah, 99. I'm born
just
99.
about. You just made it. Okay. Well, I was following the sport in the 90s. You know, 1990 was when I started. I was 14 years old. I started following it then. So, like, I've seen all, like, the Dorians and the Ronnies and the Kevins. I followed them from the starts of their career. So it's great that you're, you know, going back and kind of, and you're still inspired. Like, the generation of today is inspired by those guys from the 90s. That's incredible.
Yeah, for me, you know, at the 90s, these guys was like a Ronnie, like a Jay.
Yeah.
They just did the work, you know. They didn't complain. They didn't talk in internet. I'm the best. I will win. I will do this. I will do this. They just did, you know. They're just doing it.
Yeah.
Did it, and the results, you know the results. So that's my mentality. Just stay focused. Don't talk too much. Do your work, and the results will speak for everything.
So let's talk about these 3 shows you've just done, because I saw you on. Well, I spoke to you on stage in Spain, in Alicante.
Yeah.
What was it like doing those 3 shows? Because every single week you got better and better. And I remember, because I saw the second show and I said, like, your back shots, your rear double bicep was up, and it was sensational, and it was better than the first show. And then when I saw you in Spain, I was like, shit, this guy could win this. You know, he's 22 and he's done 3 shows there. I didn't realize how soon it was since you turned pro. You know, so what was that like, you know, kind of being in those first call outs against those top guys and being compared and thinking, I really belong?
It was amazing. It was amazing feeling, you know. It was like a dream. I remember my first pro show, like in Prague, you know.
Yeah.
When I stand next behind Rolly, he was like, I think on the left side to me, you know.
Yeah.
And I was behind Rolly, and the judges say, okay, front double bicep, and I look at my left, and Rolly is there, and I'm with him, you know, on stage.
Fantastic.
So for me, it was so unreal, you know. I just wanted someone to wake me up and to say, hey, wake up, you know.
Emir, sorry to interrupt. He's got kids older than you.
Really?
Ruli has kids older than you.
Really?
Perspective, guys. This is perspective. You've been called out with Ruli Winkler, and he's got, I mean, that's just incredible. That's just, I can imagine what that was like, you know, 6 months before, you know, only just turned pro, So there you go, mate. There you go. I mean, if that's not an indicator of how far you've come and how much work and how much that work has paid off, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Seriously.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So that's like what I think too. My mentality is, if you do more, you will get more.
Yeah.
You know? So yes, I stand next behind Rolly. I look at him, and it was really, I still can't believe this, you know? For me, it's like a dream, everything. So a front double bicep, I do a front double, and I look at him, I say, man, Rolly is next behind me. So I didn't realize it at that moment that was on stage. Like I said, I just waited someone to wake me up to say, hey, wake up, you're dreaming. And then, yeah, it was my first pro show. I was too very, very nervous, you know, because I think all the guys, Chris, like Chris said, they're overrated, but just to motivate me, you know, and everything. But I still had that in the first pro show. I was so scared, you know. In my mind, I think, okay, I'm happy if I get the top 11, top 12, top 13. Just please no last place. Just please no last place.
Yeah,
that's what I think every time.
Yeah.
And then, I got 7th, and for me, it's unbelievable. I was so happy. In a very good lineup, like Nathan, Rafael, Regan, Samson, and for me, just the top guys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, at that moment, I started really. I believe every time in myself, you know. But at that time, that believing was much stronger, you know.
Yeah.
So. Then we go to Romania, and in Romania I was more like, okay, I know I'm not so bad. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I know Nathan is not there, so I can move a little bit forward, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we did that show, and the first time I had so much fun on stage. I loved it. Every moment, I enjoyed every moment. I enjoyed backstage. I enjoyed everything, every single moment, because, it was like a dream. And then top 4, you know, behind Rafael and Samson and this Iranian guy.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't know how to explain. It was like a dream. I had so much fun, really. It was really like a dream, just like a dream.
So you've gone from 7th to 4th, and now you're saying your confidence is really starting to build.
Yeah, my confidence. Yeah, right. My confidence is starting to building and everything. And and the first time, and I forget that, you know, the checks, when you become the checks at the end and everything. I didn't think about the money, you know.
Yeah.
And when I got that check, I think it was $2,000, I think, or 2,000 euros. So it doesn't matter. I look at this and I say, man, first time I'm making money with a show.
Yes.
That was for me like, that's money. That money what I make, that was like, the money comes really not from sponsors, everything. It comes just from your work, you know, from the gym, from everything. And brother, this $2,000, you know, mean more to me than when someone came to me and give me 1 million, you know?
Yeah.
Trust me.
You earned it.
So, yeah, like I earned it, yeah.
Hard
because
work.
of the hard work and everything.
Hard work.
So, everything was like a dream, you know, and I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. And after the show, I talked to Chris, and Chris said, yeah, I tell you, they guys say overrated. So we go to Spain. You win Spain.
Yeah.
So my confidence was even better after that show.
Mm-hmm.
So then, then we go to Spain. And in Spain, I was really... I think that's the thing why my form was better every show. Because I got more confident.
Yeah.
I got more, I get a better focus, and I can focus more on everything because I'm not so much scared, you know, like the shows before.
Yeah. Well, as your confidence is building, your fear is going down. And then, I mean, obviously in Spain, I mean, that was close between you and Angel Calderon. I mean, you had a 212 there, who's 4th in the Olympia, you know, one of the top guys in the world. He's won, half a dozen, 6, 7, 8 pro shows. And there you are, like in that final call out, being called out with, you know, someone of that level, and you know you're pretty much in the top 2.
Yeah, and at that moment, when I was with Angelo Calderon on stage with a 212 guy, so I wanted to win. You know, I really wanted to win. I didn't. I really fight on stage. First time I feel I have really to fight, because they did a lot of how to explain it. The compromisions against me and Angelo every time. So at that moment, I say, okay, I need to win. I'm better than him. So I believe really in myself, but at the end, I'm happy with the second place. You know, it's not the end of the world, because it's everything is going better. I'm going to be better in every show. And congratulations again to Angelo, because he was really good. He's a 212 top guy, Olympia top guy. So for me, I'm happy. But I think the next shows have to be 100% better than the last shows.
So what's the plan now for next year, mate? Have you thought about that yet?
The plan was to do the Arnold's.
Yep.
But I don't know. In Germany now, I think in the next 2 weeks we have a full lockdown again. You know?
No!
Yeah.
No! Yeah. Lauren was saying the same for UK with the new variant. Oh shit!
But this time I have a gym and everything. So
Phew.
This time it's easier for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chris tell me, let's look how the next 2-3 weeks. Let's relax a little bit. Let's enjoy your food, something and everything, and then we look what we do. But I think in Germany will be a full lockdown again. 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum, and then everything is again closed, and you can go nowhere and everything. So why to prep? Why why to lose time and everything and the energy and so
don't rush it, mate. Don't rush it. I know you're hungry and you want to keep moving forward and you're excited for what's next, but you know, kind of, I think Chris will probably advise you best on this, because he knows you, he knows what you've done, and you know, and I would just hang back a little bit for a few weeks, let the lockdown happen if it happens, and then just kind of reassess for next year. Because, mate, you know, you've just had an incredible year there. You've gone in 6 months from being amateur to coming second in a pro show in Europe. I mean, and you didn't just do one show and you got one good placing. You did 3 shows and got 3 good placings. So that's a huge thing to try to take in and kind of. So I would sort of just maybe just hang back in this next few weeks and then maybe decide for the new year.
Yes, that's the plan. And like you said, I think Chris knows what's best for me.
I think he does. I think he does. Yeah.
Let's look what Chris is saying, and then we start to work again in the next few weeks.
Mate, what a year! I remember when he was hyping you as an amateur, and I remember I used to see the pictures on his feed, and you know, and then when you turned pro, he was like, "Yep, this was you know going to happen this year." It's just incredible, mate, to see how far you've come so quickly. It's pretty amazing, mate. 2021 is going to be a year that I think you're all, you know, it's pretty special for you, you know.
Yes, of course. For me, it's a very good year. I'm happy, and I'm happy to finish this year with so good placings, and I hope that the next year going even better, you know, and that we get that Olympia qualification. And I don't want to qualify for the Olympia by points, you know.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew.
I have that feel I can do it. I can win pro show, you know. So I really want to win a show. I don't want to go with points. So I just want to win a show, and that's the goal for next year, to get that Olympia qualification. Because when you are so close, you know, you need to push a little bit more to get that.
And even if you don't say get an invite for the Arnold Classic, try and get yourself out there to watch. It's very motivating to kind of, sit in the audience and meet people and see. Because have you even met Chris face to face? Have you met him yet, face to face, Chris?
What Chris?
Chris Aceto. Have you met him?
Chris? No.
You've never. You could see him. You could meet him out there and spend some time with him. And I would make like a 2-week vacation or something. Go, But
100%.
just kind of get your name out there and just get a feel for what it's like over that side of the world. And right. Okay, then, mate. I'm gonna let you go. But this is because this is such a huge story of what you've managed to achieve at such a young age. I mean, it's incredible because I was at Romania, I was at Spain, and and you're really impressive, very impressive athlete. You've clearly got a huge future. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's a real credit to your work ethic.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Emir, I'm going to let you go. And like I said, just have a great Christmas and spend some time keep pushing, keep doing your cardio, keep training hard. I'm sure you will.
Of course, 100%.
And also, I want a big shout out there to Chris Aceto because he's really been in your corner from day one, So that's great.
Yes,
that's great.
This is the number one. Chris is the number one.
Yeah. Okay, then, Emir, thank you so much for coming on MD Global Muscle and all the best for 2022. And we'll speak to you very soon again, definitely.
Of course, I'm ready. And thank you very much. Thank you for your invitation for this interview. I'm really happy. My first time in English. I hope just for the people, please don't judge me. I think I try my best. So in the future, it will be even better, I think.
I think your English is absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, then, Emir, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you very soon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, and welcome back to Hot News for episode 42 of MD Global Muscle. It's very good to be back, Lauren. And something that popped up on my Facebook feed the other day? No. Global Muscle is 3 years old. Thank you. Yeah, happy birthday to Global Muscle. 3 years ago, first episode was Phil Heath, and he was absolutely incredible, and he spoke for nearly 2 hours. And that was back in the days when we had just one guest. So, and then we increased it, and now it's evolved into what you see now before you know. Before now. So, right, okay, yeah, so what a few weeks it's been, Lauren. My God, it's been lots happening. Obviously, we had a couple of weeks off because we were traveling, went to the Romania Pro, Muscle Fest doing the live stream, myself and Lauren. Then we were on the Ashley Coltwater Olympia All-Star Tour. Then we ended it in Spain for the BigMan Weekend with, obviously, organized by Emilio Martinez and his incredible team. And then we had some power outages, didn't we? So otherwise, we'd have produced an episode last week. But we're back. That's the main thing. And hopefully the power doesn't go off. No more power. We're due another storm, apparently. Oh, no, really? Yeah, tomorrow, apparently there's another storm coming through. And it's going to get colder. So I think we better get stocked up on wood and food and stuff. So anyway, right, let's get into it. Obviously, this is a bit of a Toronto Pro special. So we're going to go to Daniel L., Bodybuilders Without Borders. Do you know what? I've got to say, this guy does an amazing job. Daniel L. He really, I mean, he's so on it with the shows. It's like Sulio's and Michael Bryson from This Is Bodybuilding. These guys do such a good job. But anyway, I want to go to the Toronto Pro. Really happy for Joel Thomas getting the win. We had him on. Oh, look at that. That's the best photo I've seen so far, actually. And I can see, because I think he was 6th or 7th at the the Tampa Pro earlier this year, which I think was his highest placing to date. And then he said to me he was going to go for the Toronto Pro, which was obviously 15, 16 weeks later. And he won it. So he won his first pro show. So he's going to the Olympia next year, a full year. So he's got over a year to prep now. I mean, that's a good place to be and to qualify and then to get it, to have a full year to prep. That's absolutely incredible. But what's the first thing you noticed on this guy's physique, Lauren? Crazy cars. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? It really pissed me off, actually, when I had him on. And he said, yeah, I've only really started training him properly in the last year. I was like, oh, I hate those guys. Ugh. So, but as you can see, last year he tore his pec, but the pec tear doesn't look that bad. I mean, it doesn't look that noticeable. I mean, only to a trained eye can you really see the tear. And it definitely, his chest still isn't back up to the thickness of where it was pre-tear, but as you can see, he's got an amazing physique, Joel. And yeah, he really nailed it. God, I can't stop looking at his calves. I think his calves come out wider than his quads. If you look, his calves there, like if you go for a direct line, they're pretty much it's crazy. They're huge, absolutely huge. But the look he came back with this year was a little bit more aesthetic. And if you look at the way he poses, he's posing like a classic guy where they tilt the body. This is what Flex Wheeler, Victor Martinez, a lot of the classic guys is the way they pose. And I think it really suits his physique. He looks dry here. The conditioning's good. I mean, I saw the pictures where he compared to a week out from Tampa to a week out from here. And you could see there was more going on. There was more just, I think just being on prep that little bit longer, I think it's really, it just, obviously it stands to reason. The longer you stay on prep, usually the better you're going to be. And it worked. It worked. So he's got his first pro win now. So I'm so happy for Joel. I've been hyping this guy for a couple of years now. And it's really nice when you see, it's like Brooke Walker. You start hyping someone and they haven't really even made their mark yet. And then they go and win, a show or do really like top 3 at the Olympia or like Joel here wins. And no, we're not related. So I don't think I got the family genetics. Thomas? Get it? Giles Thomas? Okay, right, okay. Fine, fair enough. Right, okay, yes. So Arnold would approve of his calves. Prepped by AJ Sims. And they've done a great job this year. So it's really nice to see a guy that really was, he wasn't even making top 6 at shows, and now he's won a big show like the Toronto, and he has now a full year to prep now. So he's in such a good spot. So I bet he's so glad he did this contest now. He looks good, really good. Yeah, I think Quint had him from the back because Quinton was like sharper in the glutes, the hamstrings. I mean, I was. It was a flip of a coin when I saw the video. The video, I think Quint had him in the back shots, but obviously overall they decided that. That's not Joel. They obviously decided that he had the best overall package, but he won with straight first as well. And Quinton Eriya was straight second. It was 3s and then 6 for Quinton. Who's this guy here? Who's that? I don't know who this is. Oh, BB Lift, the overall winner of the NPC Carolina States. He's got a good physique, hasn't he? It's a nice looking physique. I wonder if he's doing... Oh, yeah, he's doing the NPC Nationals. Mentioned the Flex Lewis resemblance. I don't see that.
Scroll the picture.
Oh, you mean there?
That's quite
yeah, there's a kind of a flex. Hang on, I have to squint here. I'm going to have to squint Beastwood now. So, yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I can see why... yeah, let's have a look. He's got a nice physique, actually. Lots like... Everyone thinks he looks like Flex Lewis. Maybe when Flex Lewis was a junior. But no, the guy's good. But I mean, Flex Lewis, come on, he's the GOAT of 212, So of course we've got the Nationals coming up in 2 weeks. So that's going to be, I tell you what though, Carlos Thomas Jr. Oh my God, he won a show. I'll scroll down in a minute. He won a show a couple of weeks ago, some military show or something, qualifier, 4 weeks out, and he looks like a pro that's 4 weeks out. So if you're looking like a pro going into a pro qualifier, if you nail the condition, you're going to be tough to beat, unless somebody else comes out of the woodwork that really brings something special. Now, also, I want to mention this new face here, won the 212. Big shock. Well, not a big shock because it was a shock because I didn't know he is. Dougie Flex Fit. This was the guy that won the 212, and he beat Dave Henry. Dave Henry was third in this. Adolphus, the defending champion, came second. Adolphus... Quinoa? No, I'm thinking of quinoa, the food you eat. Something like Adolphus. Okay, we'll come to him. We'll bring him up. But so this new face, I'd like to find out more about him. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. I'm guessing he's a new pro, is he? So this is the guy that, this is the North Americans backdrop, isn't it? Yeah. So... It's been a year and 3 months last... Oh, right. So he won the North Americans last year in 2021. He shut it down for 15 months. And he's come and he's won his pro debut. So, fantastic. So, as another new face taking out a big name like Dave Henry and the defending champion Adolphus. So, new guy in the 212. So, it's great to see. It's great to see new faces coming through. This is what we like. We like the new faces. This guy looks great. Yeah, so he's taken out two really, really good bodybuilders there. I mean, those guys are no joke, Adolphus and Dave Henry. Dave Henry, of course, the first ever 202, before the 212. Before the 212 was the 212, it was the 202. And in 2008, the Olympia, what they called it, the 202 showdown, Dave Henry was the winner of that. And he's been seconds in the Olympia, and, you know, he's a legend. I mean, he was one of the pioneers of the 212 category. But anyway, let's go to, oh, see, look at Quint. Yeah, very close. He's got, this guy's 26. Jeez. Obviously, you saw him in this episode. He's 26. And I couldn't believe it when he said he didn't know that Lee Haney was making comments. I mean, that would stand out a mile to me. If Lee Haney was making comments about my physique.
Yeah, but he was in the zone.
He was in the zone. Yeah, he said he goes a bit psycho, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He goes a bit I go like a psycho pre-contest.
Look at that.
That's my Canadian accent, by the way. Yeah, his glutes were sharper, as you can see. The glutes were sharper than Joel's. I want to see more going on. I mean, my God, when Quint really fills this frame out and keeps those aesthetics. I mean, another year. I mean, he's good now. I mean, Quinton Eriya is incredible now. Let's face it. Yeah. 5th in Romania, 2nd place here. Jeez. Yeah, look at the condition there. That's impressive. Look at that. Look at that slice. It's like someone's gone with a freaking knife.
How do I get that?
Yeah, see, when he gets more back, oh my God. Tell you what, go get some back sessions with Dorian and Ronnie. And do you know what? Look at the calves.
I know.
Because the thing is, black guys don't necessarily genetically have good calves, but when they do, like a Vince Taylor or Aaron Baker, guys from the 90s, you know, I mean, it just sets the physique off so nicely. Imagine if he had crap calves there, especially with, I mean, seriously though, with those quads. It's funny, you know, because he was, a couple of years ago, they were considering bringing him down to classic, but he would have had to have lost too much weight. But here's a guy like kind of like Sean Rowan, the late Sean Rowan was. He's bringing classic to the open. I like to see that. And he's doing it nice and steadily, nice and carefully. I just love Quinton's physique. And like I said, he's keeping that waistline small. He's doing it smart. He's got a good head on his shoulders. And God, I was a maniac when I was 26. Jesus Christ. I'm surprised I made it to 27, really. Yeah, so here we are. Adolphus, say that? Quoida?
Adolphus
Quoida. How do you say it? There you go. Read it. Can I zoom in on that?
Like quotes, but Quoida.
Quoida. So there you go. That's a solid top three. I tell you what, imagine that in your pro debut beating Dave Henry and Adolphus. I mean, that is... Look at him. Look at him. That is what you call... That's a guy who's buzzing. Look at that. He's like, yeah, guys. Oh my God, I can't imagine how that would feel, you know, beating two guys. Do you know what's funny? I saw some pictures of Adolphus 4 weeks or 2 weeks out, and he looked off season. And look what these guys can do. Look what these guys can do in a very short space of time when they really know their bodies. Do you know what, though? Dave Henry looks as good as I've ever seen him.
That's great.
Wonder why he lost that one. I mean, these guys look great, but Dave Henry, man, he's just got that, I like his physique. Interviewed him once at the Arnold Classic. Strange interview. It's a bit rude, actually. Yes. Anyway, well, Joel, look at that. See, that's... Yeah, I remember when Joel did he got 10th or 9th, was it 9th or 10th? Him and Sean Smith did the Tampa a couple of years ago. I think it's the first show he's done outside of Tampa as well, because I think he's done Tampa 3 or 4 times now. And I'm so glad he decided to do it, because obviously he could have shut it down after Tampa, but he decided to do another 15 weeks prep. Yeah. Oh, his bench press competition. Yeah, he did. He said he did. What did he say he did? He was on he was on Globe Muscle a few months ago, and he said he did ridiculous, like 4 or 5 plates, like 20 reps or something stupid like that. It's like 4 plates for 20 reps or something. And he needs a nickname. How about the Golden Calves? I thought he posted a picture and he was talking about his calves, and he cropped his calves out. So anyway, so there we go. Toronto. Yeah, fantastic show. The last show of the season now, isn't it? Big show, pro show. Don't count bikini.
No, I feel like there's
open show. Is there more open shows?
More in Toronto, I think, in about 3.
That's Toronto.
No,
you're about Vancouver.
Yes.
So there's a Vancouver show. Yeah, but that's going to be like Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas. They call it the Christmas Day Classic. And you get everyone's carving up on turkey. So, right, let's see a little video. Oh, come on, that's taken from a cell phone from the live stream on their TV. You can't really see much there. Yeah, see, there's two. I mean, it's like Flex Wheeler versus Dorian, really. You know, that kind of, I mean, talking that style of physique. So, yeah, see, when he fills that upper body out, oh my God. And he's 6'1".
Yeah, he's tall.
He's 6'1", Quinton. I mean, remember when we met him in Romania? Yeah. Beastwood. He's a cool guy. I don't get how these guys in their 20s have got such good heads on their shoulders. I don't understand because, yeah, like I keep saying, I will leave that. Yeah, so yeah, there he is there, Quinton. Yeah, look at that. I like it when they do slightly angled pictures because then you can see the dimensions of their physique rather than it being front on. Like when we were sat with another live stream Romania, we were sat at an angle. And you could really see the guys who didn't just have width but had density. So we had the best seat in the house, didn't we?
The best.
Even Jake Wood wanted our seat. In fact, we took Jake Wood's seat because Jake Wood was sat there in the day with Alina, and then Alina says, "Oh, she give us the headsets." She says, "No, that's where you're sitting, and we're going to move, and you and Lauren are going to sit there and do the live stream."
It was so cool.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was so amazing.
It was good fun, wasn't it? It was such a good. Oh man, and Spain as well. I mean, that's the third time we're doing live stream commentary this year, and it was. I mean, we were dying by Sunday night in Spain because we were so tired. You know, you competed. We'll come to that in a bit. Oh, yeah. Also, Samson. Have we done a show? Yeah, we've done one since he won, didn't we? Yeah. He's staying in good... Milos is making him stay in condition because they want to get him an invite to the Arnold Classic.
Good. I want him to go.
Please get Samson Dowda in the Columbus Arnold Classic. He absolutely deserves to be... And, I mean, he'd be top 6.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean, oh, yeah?
No,
it's the bloody Arnold Classic, love.
I'm saying, like, yes.
That is, okay. You just said it like, oh, yeah.
No, I'm
like it's a good foregone conclusion. It's the Arnold Classic, second biggest bodybuilding show in the world.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I think he's got the capabilities, especially went out a few weeks before and did a couple of weeks with Milos, and Milos put him through what Milos did to Jamie the Giant recently. Absolutely kicked his ass. Right. Oh, this guy as well. Yeah. This guy's physique quite stood out to me. This is Sidio Shak. Let's have a look. Yeah, this guy turned pro, but look at that structure. I mean, when this guy gets, work in progress, couple more years, this guy could be very, very deadly.
But I never gave up. And
no, back needs a bit of work. But yeah, so he's a pro. He's a pro show. He's a pro. Yeah, he needs to thicken his back a bit. Stephen Didashak. Yeah, this guy popped up a lot on my feed and his physique really stood out. So, yeah, this was the shot I saw. Look at that. Is he using magic mirrors there or... I tell you what, he's got some bloody Joel Thomas calves going on. I like his shape, though. I mean, this guy... you don't expect them to be pro-level size yet, but when they've got the shape and the balance and, Is that Abdullah? Looks like Abdullah. Or am I just talking total nonsense? Oh, my good friend Mayor Ransom shows us on his rest day. Okay. I thought that was Abdullah because he always does that with a phone in front of his face. Love you, Abdullah. Yes. Right, okay. I'm just going to go to the next account. We're going to go Sulios. Sulios. Right, what do you want to see? Should we have a look at Joel? Yes, have a look at some video of Joel. Come on. Here we go. Yeah. Can you turn it down a bit, please? Or do I turn it around on my end? Oh, hang on. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it looks really good, doesn't he? Get off. What?
Oh, turn it way down.
Oh, bloody copyright. Okay, well, we won't have any sound. We'll just listen to it. No, I think this is just filler music, isn't it?
No,
Similar build to Hunter Labrada from the front. Man, why is calf so big? Where would you reckon he'll place at the O? Thing is, you can't say because these guys now he's got a year to prepare now for the Olympia for next year. So, yeah, see, the chest thickness still isn't back to where it was pre-tear. He does look a little bit soft from the back there. But thing is, shredded glutes sometimes are a little bit of a genetic thing as well. Ugh, is that true? Is that true?
I don't know.
Or do you think, or is that just an excuse for guys who can't get shredded?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was close, bloody close.
Those are huge.
He's awesome. He's got a nice shape. I like the aesthetics. Nice tight waist. And you know what? He really shocked me when he came on Global once when I said, I thought he was like 5'11", 260, 270. He's like 5'7", 225. He's not. He looks physically taller and heavier than he is, which is kind of this is kind of what you want, really. So let's have a look at one. I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. Yeah, very close. Very, very close there between Quint. Yeah, you can see Quint's got the better, the shoulder width, the taper and everything. But it's just flip of a coin, really. Depends what you want to go for. Look at Quint's calves. Bloody hell. Holy shit, what?
I must say I prefer Quint's physique.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot of people do. Shape over. But, when you look at it front to back, every angle, every pose. Oh, look at this one here. You can really see both of them have got strengths and weaknesses. Quint's got better shoulder waists. Yeah, see, there's more going on in Joel's back here than Quinton's. Quinton's got sharper glutes and hams. Yeah, I don't think anyone would have argued if Quinton had won that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't he? Looks really good. Right, okay. When I saw this, I thought nothing's beating this. Look at that. 26 years old. And he was natural 3 years ago. Natural. 3 years. The guy's only been on the juice for 3 years. Fuck! Sorry, I've got to say it. But holy shit. Look at the waistline. Look at that. Tell you what, when he fills this out, oh my God, to match these incredible legs and calves. Retarded lines, man. Wow. His legs condition is world class, but I don't know why his upper body doesn't get conditioned as his legs. Yeah, well, he's a work in progress. He's 26, so... But I tell you what, I mean, even in 4 years' time, he'll still be only 30 years old. And Emir Omeragic will be 26. I mean, it's just mind-blowing what these guys are doing so young, So, yeah, Samson getting love there as well from everyone. People love Samson, don't they? I wonder why. He's horrible. He's such a meanie. No, he's lovely. We love Samson. In fact, Samson Simpson. We've got to get him into the studio. We've got to get him and Milena. We'll do some... is it Milena? Malanka. Sorry, terrible. Yeah, I want to get him up. We'll do some training footage at one of the local gyms or something, and we'll get him in the studio, and we'll have some right old good time of it. So, this was the guy that came 12 hours out. Iron Gawley. Yeah, I think he was, fourth place or third place? Let's have a look. Come on. Here we go. So this is the guy, yeah. He got top. I love when I say top four. What do you mean four? Fourth then. You didn't get third. If you were third, you wouldn't say you got top 5, would you? You'd say I got top 3. So what'd you get? I got top 11. Oh, you got 11th then. No, fourth place in a pro show. And like I said, this guy's a new face to me as well. So... yeah, solid physique. Look at that. Yeah, great potential. So many new faces coming through. The thing is, there's so many pro cards coming through. It's given the chance for these guys to come through. That's a good shot. Obviously, he's going to post the best shot of him, next to the other guys. But my God, he makes Quint look smaller. Joe Seaman as well. Really happy to see him in third place, making a top 3. So it's good because he turned pro. He hit the Toronto Pro in 2019. And then a few hours later did the pro show and took 4th place. So it's good to see 2 years later he's now moving up into the top 3. So, yeah, I like Joe. He's had a couple of disappointing placings, really. He was 6th at the Arnold UK. And he had some places that weren't top 6. But he's constantly improving, constantly bringing it. So anyway, we're going to go on to the next one now. We've been on this one long enough. The Romania Muscle Fest Pro, because obviously a couple of weeks ago we were at the Romania Muscle Fest doing the live stream commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a good trip, wasn't it?
It was amazing. It was so
Partying with Jake Word and Lena at the private after party. Drinking, what were we drinking? Well, you weren't drinking at all because you were prepping. You were just sat there with bloody water, weren't you? Falling asleep at the party. Emilio telling us all his funny stories.
tired.
It was such a cool trip though, wasn't it? It was such a cool trip. Who's this? New FBB Pro. Integral Medica. Okay. Oh, Horse MD, this guy. Yeah, this guy's the one who won in Brazil. What a lovely physique this guy's got. He was really being hyped. Marcelo De Angelis, now pro. So he turned pro at the muscle contest in Brazil. 764,000 followers. Jesus. Jesus. Is that his car? Can't be his car. No. What do these guys do for a living in Brazil? They've got huge followings. They can't be. That's not his car. What? What do they do? What do these people do for a living? Lauren, we are moving to Brazil. We'll be superstars over there. So, yeah, what a lovely physique this guy's got. Yeah. Can we...
No.
Do you want to see that? Okay, let's have a look at that. Look at the aesthetics he's got. Look at that. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. Somebody. Oh, God. Well, obviously somebody. Who does that remind me of? It's going to come to me. What?
Lovely legs. Look at the
Yeah, look at the hand pop drop. He's got pop and drop on his legs.
That's what they should call him.
Pop and drop. Yeah, pop and drop. What's his first name again? I forgot his name now. Forgot it. I'm just too busy looking at these amazing quads. Wow. Look, I mean, that frontal bicep, that looks like... Do you know what that looks like?
No.
Stick him on a plinth and paint him more brown, and it looks like one of the trophies. Doesn't it? You know when they do the trophies and they want to create like the perfect physique with the perfect proportions? That's what he looks like. And he's doing a vacuum. Holy shit. Oh, what this guy... I wonder if he could do classic. Because imagine him in the classic. He'd be too big, isn't he? Like, so, sometimes when you see these guys and you think they'd be good for classic, you find out that they're like 30 pounds over what they would be allowed to be on stage. If that makes any sense. Right, back to Romania. Muscle Fest. Come on. Come on. Why is it doing this to me? Okay, one back again. Stay tuned. Stay with us. Right, okay. So, God, it feels like ages ago now, doesn't it, Romania? Only 2-3 weeks ago. It was Ruli. Now, I know Ruli wasn't at his best, but did you see that eating challenge on Nathan Diash's?
No.
He did a 20,000 calorie eating challenge with Nathan Diasha after the Yamamoto Pro in Italy. And then he goes and steps on stage 2 weeks later.
Wow.
And I wonder, and then he looked disappointed when he said it when he was 9th, I think. But come on, Ruli, you can't be doing, I know you're allowed cheat days, but don't be doing 20,000 junk food cheat days and then go and compete 2 weeks later. Because, I mean...
Maybe that was Nathan's plan.
yeah, but Nathan didn't do this. He never had the intention of doing this one. But, I mean, if you're competing, you wouldn't be doing, like, you know, when everybody Romania, you wouldn't have been... drinking and eating bagels and donuts and, you know, drinking beer and whatever, you know, when you know you've got to step on stage 2 weeks later. It's a bit...
I brought tin tuna and my own food with me.
There you go. You brought your own tin tuna. There you go. But I mean, like, that's why... Because someone like Ruli shouldn't be placing 9th at Romania. He should be winning it, you know, quite easily. So, but I mean, still doesn't look that far out. Well, he is. Yeah, he does looks terrible. In condition-wise, size-wise, you know. Do you know what I really hope? I hope Ruli goes and does the Arnold Classic and wins it in March. He really knuckled down and he really, really wanted it. I think he could win the Arnold Classic in 2022. Quite only a few weeks away.
Not long.
Right. Yeah, I think we've seen everything. I just wanted to give some acknowledgement to, and also big thank you there to Alina and Jake, you know, sorting all our hotel and all our travel out and everything. I really appreciate that. We had a great time and I hope you enjoyed our live stream commentary. Can't wait to do it again. And it was amazing. The organization was absolutely incredible. Right. Okay. Going to go to the winner of, what show did he win? I forgot. Romania. Sorry. It's been a lot of shows. It's been a very busy few weeks, guys. Rafael Brandeo. Yeah. Why hasn't he posted any pictures of Romania? The one he won. He's been chilling, isn't he? He's chilling.
Let's have a look at a picture.
That is, look, EVLS. That's Prague. That's the week before. So obviously, since he won, he's obviously come off prep and is like, right, okay, I'm not even going near social media. But yeah, it's nice to see Rafael really kind of fulfilling his potential. Because I remember when he turned pro, well, he did his pro debut at the 2017 San Marino. And yeah, I kind of expected him to be winning pro shows in 2018, 2019, 2020. He hasn't, but now he finally has. And now he's shut it down for the Olympia for next year. So, I mean, what is he, 28 now? I think he's still, 28, 29. He was 25 in 2017. So, yeah, he's about 29 now. So, but my God, these guys, so many guys going to the Olympia that are under 30, you know, and so many new faces coming through, like the Vlads and the Emirs, and there he is next to Samson. Yeah, Samson beat him in that one. Yay. I'm so happy for Samson. And I'm so happy to see they're not just, it would have been great if Nathan had won them all, but, you know, it's nice to see, because obviously these guys now have a full year to prep for the Olympia for next year, so they got plenty of time to shut it down, you know? It's so great to see. Anyway, well, Raphael, if you're not going to update my social media, I'm not going to go through it because I wanted to see some pictures of you from your victory. Oh, that's Romania. Yeah. So why is he posting Prague pictures afterwards? Is that? Yeah, he already won this one. So, yeah, he looks really good there. Yeah, looks really, really good. Look at that. Wow. He used to be very bottom heavy, but he's definitely bringing the upper body up now to, well, it's really... But there's another guy like Quinton really brings aesthetics to the open class. And he has a huge fan base. There he is, walking off stage with his first place, 10 Gs. So, and you know what? A lot of these athletes, if they get good sponsors, whatever prize money they make, the company will either match it or pay 50% as well. So like say Rami wins 400k for winning the Olympia. If you've got a good contract, you'll get another 400k for winning from your sponsor. So if you win, even if you get 50%, imagine like someone like Rami, you'd be winning 600k just for winning the Olympia. That's incredible. That's incredible. If you ever get a good contract and you really believe in yourself and you really believe that you can, what?
Shout out to Angel Competition
Who?
Bikinis.
Angel Competition. Oh, in the background. Yeah, Cara. Yeah, well, you can talk about that in Buff Bombshell. We'll keep all the girly stuff out, please. Oh, look, hang on. I'm going to show you something now.
Oh, man.
No, sorry, it was Spain, because in Spain, they did the group picture, and if you look on the far left, you can see a shadow of me, where we're doing the YouTube live for MD. Because both times in Romania and Spain, when these group photos were being done, we were on stage to the left doing the bloody YouTube live for MD, the wrap-up. So both times we didn't get the opportunity to be in the photo because we were bringing the live content to you guys because love you guys. Love you so much. But 1 million followers. Oh my God. Right, okay, AK the Giant. We're going to have to speed up a little bit now, aren't we? Yeah, okay, we're going to have to maybe cut this a little bit short. Okay, we'll come to Jamie next week. And Milos and the Arnold. And we're going to go to Lauren. Yay, because you won your show in Spain. Yay! What was that like, winning an your first international show with the NPC, the Pro League? What was that like?
I feel so much more motivated now.
You feel more motivated. Well, you had 6 wins this year.
I've had my time off now and I'm back to training today.
Yep. Yeah, look at that.
Especially after the interviews.
Oh, look how happy you look.
I was
Oh.
not expecting anything, so it exceeded all of my expectations.
You looks incredible. Yeah, fantastic.
Prepping on the tour and like having to do everything else. It was
Yeah, because you were not only organising the tour, being on the tour, you were in Spain with Ashley and Cara, you were cooking the food, you were being like tour mama.
yeah.
And, you were prepping as well. Like, even when we had those few days apart from UK and Spain, when I joined you in Spain on the Friday, I could see a difference. Ashley said to me, she says, you're going to see a huge difference. She's worked so hard. And I see it because your face was like, thinner and, your condition was better. And you won your first international show. So well done, darling. Very proud of you. And we've got to show the...
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm not putting the sound on because we'll definitely get done for copyright. So you did this outside Buckingham Palace? For fun?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So was it Cara dared you to do it?
I was for Cara's
TikTok.
Angel Competition
Look at this guy. Oh my God. And it was like 2 degrees, correct? It was okay? But it was freezing. Oh, I wish I could play the music, the bloody Spice Girls. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got to play that. Anyway. Right, okay then. I like this shot as well. This was taken by Simon Howard.
Oh, yeah.
In the photo shoot, yeah. Yeah, look at Cara. Oh, it was such an amazing few weeks, wasn't it? Being on tour and going around the UK and relaunching the Olympia All-Star Tours was a big deal as well. So that's a good shot. Look at that. You too. Oh, wow. Do you miss them?
Yes, I do.
Do you miss them or were you like glad to see them gone?
No, I miss them.
Yeah, that's not what you said to me yesterday.
That's my butt.
Your butt.
Sorry.
It's all right. I like that photo. Who took that one then?
Cara.
Oh, Cara took that. Okay, just look. I'm just going to randomly look out the window. If you could just take this picture of me, please. So, hello, there's me and you. Anyway, well, people want to see. I'm sick of us. Right, okay. Should we show Nathan next week?
Yes.
I want to show Mia quickly because obviously he's in this episode. So I quickly want to address this. But this kid is, I'm saying it again, this kid is 22 years old. Unbelievable. Look at the thickness and the maturity and the density on this kid. And obviously, if you've seen in the interview before this, because we put that one last. I mean, this kid's mindset is just, he's like, him and Vlad, man, I tell you, they are killing it. Killing it. This is when I was trying to get hold of him. Hi, mate, DM'd you. Thumbs up. Answer your freaking DMs. But, yeah, second place in Spain. This is where fourth place. I mean, my God, he's still a junior. Could you imagine if a junior showed up like that? I mean, he could still be, if he was an amateur, he could still be doing junior shows. Actually, do they still do junior shows?
They do.
Where?
Somewhere.
I don't really see them anymore. What's up? What's going on? Is it just everyone's just...
No, they do it here in the UK. I'm sure they do it for nationals. Like, you can enter as a junior. So I'm sure they do it. But why be a junior when you can just enter for an open class if you've already got it?
Yes, very true. Right, okay. Yeah, like this was the shot. Imagine that. Like I said, Ruli has kids older than this guy. If that's not perspective, what is? Because that is incredible.
It's huge.
Look at that.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Chris Cito, you've done a really good job there, mate. And I think he's, Chris really has made enough of a difference to get this kid to where he is right now. So having belief in people like that, supporting them, and obviously helps him get sponsors and helps him live his dream and be like a full-time professional. He's now earning money as prize money. Coming second in pro shows. I mean, my God, think where this kid could be by the time he's 25. And he'll still be only, oh my God, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. When he was 19, coming, third in the amateur Olympia in the super heavyweights. 19. Tell bodybuilder would have done something like that with Stuart Core.
Who's Stuart Core?
18 years old, he was like this big.
Wow.
He was incredible. He never got his pro card, though. Never actually got his pro card. But like when he was 18, he was like, shit, this guy's going to win the Olympia. But he never really kind of went beyond that. But he was bloody good, and he got some good placings. Right, and obviously, I just want to quickly show Middleman, Black Action Man.
Oh my God.
Am I allowed to say that?
No.
Why? He said Black Action Man, and I said, well, why don't we put the two words? Well, I didn't say that, but I thought it. Why don't we put the two words together and call him Black Action Man? Do you know what? I think Black Action Man should trend. I think he should hashtag it because he does. He looks like a little action man. What if he's got those little things in the back where the eagle eyes? Do you know? Action Man. You know what Action Man is?
Yes.
They got the switch and it moves their eyes like that. I can't do it.
I don't know. I've never
Hang
seen
on.
one.
Well, when you do it, there's a switch and his eyes go from left to right.
Wow.
Black Action Man.
Black-
Yeah, I'm going to start a clothing line from Middleman for Jose Mete Buerberi. I haven't made that up. That's actually his name. Do you know what annoys me though when they don't put the name on their Instagram? RPG. I can't remember his name now. RPG, the big tall guy from Florida. Huge guy. I can't remember. See, it's annoying when you can't remember the name. You go to their Instagram and you can't find it. But he's got 4 pro wins. He's qualified 3 times for next year's Olympia. So in a year's time, he's already got 3 qualifications by virtue of 3 wins. But in fact, John Citrone had him winning the August one. Yeah. When we did the live stream, and John Citrone, bodybuilding legend, came in. He drove over from somewhere in Spain, and he joined me for the classic class when I did the live stream. And he took 3rd. And he says, no, the little black guy, little black fella. He said that guy said his number. He said that's the guy I've got winning it. So look at that lovely physique. Yeah, that's the physique. Like I said 30 years ago that had been placing at Olympia. This was and he proves it because when he didn't show up yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah. He says, I was like, where is he? And then he messaged me saying, oh, there's a tree in my road. And then he sent me this video. I was like, okay, I believe you. It's fine. We can film it tomorrow. Yeah, he couldn't move it. Come on, mate. Nice calves. A lot of good calves going on in this episode. This is the calf episode, the calf special. Yeah, probably needs a different presenter then. Oh, yes, I was not blessed with calves. I tell you what, one year though, I trained my calves 3 times a week for like 6 months going into those shows I did in 2005. And if you actually show I've got one of the videos, my calves looked not disgraceful. Not great, but just not a glaring weakness. So, yeah. Do you know what, when I won my first show, my friend Gareth came up and I came off stage and everyone was like, my God, you've won that. I turned to my friend Gareth and said, what do you think? And he says, I've got you second and your calves are shit. That's what he said, my best mate. I was like all buzzing, and people are coming up to me saying I won it and easy, and that's what he said to me. I was like, wow, okay, cheers, mate. Chuck Norris. He's into Chuck Norris, is he? Anyway, right, okay, and also check out the latest edition of MD. Also, I've got 11 pages in this one.
Amazing.
And I've got a 6-page article with Morgan Ast, who was 6th place in Spain. It's funny because I had it with me and I saw him there, but he was having pictures with people, and I thought, I'll just catch him later because I wanted him to get a picture holding it and I wanted him to sign it and all that. So, but it wasn't to be because we were busy and we didn't manage to catch each other. So, okay, guys. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Oh, it's so good to be back, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Very amazing.
Until
yeah.
the next travel.
Yeah, until the next travel. Oh, God, yeah, it was so tiring. But as soon as you get one good night's sleep when you come home, you're buzzing and you're ready to do it all over again, aren't you? So who's next tour going to be with then? Can't say, can we?
No,
Can we say? Well, we can't say because we don't actually know because we've just got ideas.
We'll announce it soon.
Maybe Chris Bumstead, maybe Ron Coleman. So, but you didn't, it's just rumours at the moment. So just things I've heard on the grapevine. So yeah, okay then. Okay, and also don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It's very, very important because if you can't be notified, how can you then see us? Because that's very important because we need the views. No, okay then. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, thank you for coming back to us. And it's good to be back. And we'll see you next week for more MD Global Muscle. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. That's a new thing. And we are out.